You are higher off buying XRP than Bitcoin at some point of the full-size bulk of its existence, since one of the maximum common arguments made via Bitcoiners in opposition to XRP is that the whole lot will go to zero towards Bitcoin, and that Bitcoin has outperformed the complete market. Why even be aware of the whole thing else? I realize that this may sound like as a substitute lovely reality. Guys, I want to dispel that fake facts on this video and exhibit that there isn't a whole lot of a difference among the tokens of XRP and Bitcoin. I also need to explain why there may be such a large misunderstanding about how those two networks function, since I do not think many human beings virtually draw close what we are going to talk approximately. I'm actually quite keen for this video, folks. We frequently discuss some of critical topics, including XRP velocity, its local DEX, and the way financial establishments are participating with Ripple. However, a great deal of the controversy we are presently listening to about X facilities, at the advent of those protocols, as many Bitcoiners are arguing that XRP changed into not nicely shaped and is not decentralized. Therefore, it can't be in a strategic reserve. They frequently discuss why Bitcoin is so precise, why it's so amazing, and why it is so decentralized. However, they miss several critical details that, for my part, demand in addition research. Bitcoiners regularly ignore the records of those blockchains. I firmly consider that that is a simply particular ancient second, wherein we will clearly mirror on the introduction of these protocols. After looking this film, you guys will notice that there are lots of parallels between the two protocols, almost none in any respect. Ultimately, none of those blockchains emerged spontaneously, correct? The creators of these blockchains had been human. Basically, a collection of humans came collectively and constructed the XRP ledger. An element was given to the founders, and Ripple acquired another after the company changed into based. Let's now have a look at the Bitcoin case. Satoshi Nakamoto, who remained unidentified, created Bitcoin. However, that does not suggest that nobody invented Bitcoin. We simply don't know who invented Bitcoin, and we might basically be within the identical state of affairs if we didn't realize who invented XRP. The handiest difference is that acknowledged founders advanced the XRP ledger machine at the same time as anonymous founders evolved the Bitcoin protocol. Regarding Bitcoin, we continue to be largely unaware of Satoshi Nakamoto's identification and his possible function within the network. We don't have any concept what Satoshi Nakamoto is doing at the moment. However, on the grounds that we're uncertain of that, we are unable to take it into consideration whilst discussing Satoshi's future participation inside the Bitcoin protocol. It is absolutely genuine that Ripple remains accomplishing plenty with the XRP ledger, as many humans factor out. They keep to-do loads with the XRP ledger, which makes me very satisfied. It's clearly bullish, in my opinion. However, we don't know Satoshi Nakamoto's identity. It's feasible that he's one in all the biggest Bitcoin holders and is indeed Michael Saylor. He possesses a giant quantity of Bitcoin, similar to what Ripple does with XRP. In the quit, the token become produced, and the creators had been given a sure allocation of it. If we move back and have a look at how those blockchains had been made, there is rarely any distinction, even though Satoshi changed into allowed to mine it without spending a dime in his scenario. Therefore, humans developed the protocol prior to the token's issuance. The XRP ledger now distributes the token in a very distinctive way. They said howdy allows now not waste all of those assets. As a substitute of getting a whole lot of complications, we must keep away from wasting all of those inefficiencies with the aid of distributing this token steadily. We have to create the tokens all at once, after which distribute them. We have to refrain from tackling the numerous engineering challenges gift within the Bitcoin protocol. The Bitcoin protocol implements mining. In order to distribute that token steadily over time in a decentralized way, mining-enabled customers to donate energy to the community in alternate for a fee. Since all the tokens had already been issued and Ripple had adopted the stance of steadily distributing them to contributors of the environment, the XRP ledger was notably exceptional. Therefore, the handiest actual variations are within the distribution of the token and its switch to contributors. You can receive a part of the payout within the Bitcoin example by using handiest starting to offer validation strength. In the case of the XRP ledger, Ripple obtained XRP as a present and now distributes it to marketplace contributors. There are many who contend that the Bitcoin distribution is a ways more equitable, and that could be a valid factor. The Bitcoin instance performed admirably if you are sincerely searching for the most decentralized technique of distributing the token. However, we have to recollect that this additionally led to sure full-size flaws in the Bitcoin protocol. Distributing the token over time isn't always a simple task. For this motive, mining is basically a fact. It considerably reduces the velocity and performance of the underlying protocol with the aid of introducing all these complications. As an end result, the Bitcoin blockchain has the exceptional approach of token distribution. Isn't it rather decentralized? And it is accessible to all. However, it basically slows down the community to the point that it's far unable to scale for any realistic use. The XRP ledger, however, used a very specific strategy. All right, they stated, let's give up some of this token distribution stuff and listen best on making this community quick and powerful for its essential motive. Eventually, the network will distribute the token, and as soon as it reaches a critical scale, the distribution hassle will not be a subject. The Bitcoin network concentrated on finding a completely quick solution to that trouble. All right, let's execute this right away and not fear about scalability. The XRP ledger aspect chose a barely one-of-a-kind route. They stated that although there can be some demanding situations inside the early tiers of token distribution, our network could now not be laid low with the distribution's after effects. In order for Bitcoin to function as supposed, it had to undergo this decentralized token distribution technique, which prompted several slowing troubles on the underlying blockchain. You recognize what? They stated inside the XRP ledger case allows just difficulty and distribute these tokens, and we're going to exit the network speedy and efficiently. However, it became the identical when these networks were first installed, and there is no fundamental difference between the tokens themselves. The community turned into advanced with the aid of human beings, and the tokens are being dispensed. The underlying chain issued each of these tokens. These networks have entire decentralization. When viewed that way, the two property have comparable felony implications. This is the motive it's so absurd to include Bitcoin within the strategic reserve instead of XRP. Both aspects can present their arguments. There is no logical difference between Satoshi and